drinking blue dew today. I love it when he does that. Varuk. Mountain Doom Voltage. And since I have two, that's literally Doom, who I will be facing soon. Soon being a relative constant. But for now, still farming for the Hornet. But with other potential things and stuff on my proverbial shopping list. Mountain Doom Voltage. Would be appropriate to drink this while playing as Shock Trooper Axton, except
chew him up.
Shock Trooper Axton has proved to be an ineffectual build. More's the pity. Wasted potential, if you ask me. I would like a new double tap. Blue 53 or better. Since I'm finding 54s, it's totally within realistic boundaries. Not too many customizations that I don't already have. Which is not surprising, seeing as how I'm a customization junkie. Purple Teddy SMG. Blue Raykill with a pig sticker. Yeah, like that. You remember the reason why, for all I know, you're just tuning in. I mean, you know the reason why I just swapped it out the way I did. But if you don't, if you're just tuning in, then I really want the Doll Predator skin, which you get after completing the 5th phase of the Crouching Tiger Hidden Assault Rifle Challenge. By the way, when I start streaming on my Judson Gaiden channel, and yes, I will eventually get to that, my plan is to, of course I'm going to do Stalker. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl with the Oblivion Lost 2010 mod. And I'll probably do the same thing I did for my Let's Play, where I became an ecologist right from the start, because Sidorovich makes that possible. But I'll try to do some things differently. Some things differently from how I did in my Let's Play. For example, I found out that stealth tactics actually are employable under very specific circumstances. So I'll probably get some use out of stealth. Ha! I took one look at that and thought it was a crowbar. Of course, you know what that made me think of. Half-Life. By the way, I have a pickaxe that I keep in the trunk of my car. Can you guess why? Can you guess what it's for? It's for chiseling ice in the wintertime. Gunnering. Blue shield. That reminds me, everyone says the name Rothschild wrong. They always say Rothschild. The correct pronunciation is Rothschild. It means red shield. Whether or not you believe in the Rothschild conspiracy, you should say the name right. Well, why is the money here? See, the game can't even decide what's the right way to do things. There's no consistency to it. Either toss your stuff over there or toss your stuff where you lie down and die. But don't do sometimes this and sometimes that malarkey. A little conscientiousness won't kill you. A little consistency won't kill you. Not all forms of order are lawful evil. There needs to be balance between order and chaos. Too much order and you have either oppression or stagnation. Too much chaos and you have energy being burned out too quickly without it serving any real purpose. Like a star without gravity to give it form. That's how I like to illustrate the interplay between order and chaos. Chaos is, let's say, all the energy contained within the star. Order is gravity. Obviously, without energy, nothing gets done, because there is nothing. Which is why chaos, if we choose to define it this way, is necessary. On the other hand, without gravity to give it form, all the star's energy gets burned out all at once and just sort of expands into space. No worlds are developed. So order is also necessary. But this is not an oppressive or destructive form of order. This is a creative form of order. Lawful good is lawful great. Not one booster deployed. A good booster shield will always deploy multiple boosters before the shield is broken. Unless the enemy knocks your shield out with one strike. The problem I notice with most people who advocate order is that they score high on conscientiousness but low on openness. And so they apply order in the wrong context. They use it as a mechanism of control rather than as a means to establish and maintain justice. But if order is based on injustice, then what is it? Oppression. Oppression is intolerable to the lawful good ethos. Oppression is intolerable to the lawful good soul. I mean, with that kind of ethos, you might as well be a nihilist. It's a misnomer to assume that nihilists advocate chaos. Because the Bolsheviks were morally nihilistic. And yet they advocated totalitarian order. extremely slow reload. Thought I was going to be able to finish him off. With shots from my Torgue root. Not an extremely slow reload, but slow enough to be noticeably slow. Slow enough to be annoying. Oh, 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 there it is. Oh, yes. Let's see. Malawan grip, Jacob's sight, and a stock accessory. I'll take it. Now, should I move on to whatchamacallit Cove? I don't know why I can never remember the full name of that place. No, it's just 54, not 52. Infinity. Vladof machine pistols can withstand having a Jacob's grip. A Jacob's grip doesn't significantly reduce fire rate on an anarchist or most other Vladof machine pistols. Or a Hyperion Synergy that can withstand a Jacob's grip. Have you ever fired a pistol with a stock? I haven't. Have you ever fired a pistol with a scope? I have. I've fired 2 .44 Magnum revolvers with scopes. I don't like scopes on handguns. One of the revolvers was a Ruger Red Hawk, and the other was a Super Black Hawk, if I recall.
Don't get killed! use munitions.
Oh, how many times I gotta tell you, it's not murder if they're enemy combatants.
Don't have too much fun. Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable clinic. What can I get for you?
Let's see. I don't know if that counts as ascending order. Or some kind of mixed system of organization.
Guns! Check back later to see my new weapon of the day.
Base damage is nothing to write home about. But I never prioritize base damage with an elemental weapon. Of course, I need to check. That over there. Blackburn Cove, there it is right there. Why couldn't I remember that? It's right there on the screen. Blackburn. How much you want to bet that that's the last name of somebody on the production team? Forgotten how many shots this fires per burst.
Turn deployed!
I will reserve this for bosses and badasses. That's more like it. All about the crits and the slag.
Cool story, bro.
Fall short on your jump, Hondo. Hondo, I got that from Tommy Lee Jones. As per, what's it called? Oh yeah, the Men in Black movies. Oh, you. I wonder why you can carry a limited amount of red rock up to a maximum of 500. Yet there's no maximum limit to the amount of money you can have. Hey. Oh, isn't that interesting? 61145 and 7100 and 3.64. I mean, what are the chances? What, literally, what's the numeric probability on that in a game like this with mathematical algorithms that have like limitless potential or limitless variation? Adaptive shields never do it for me. They never impress me. Well, look at that, a decent shield strength. I'm becoming more of a contender
got here?
$14.69. That number will have significance to those of you who live in or have lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Ha! I can make it work. Glad I checked that red chest.
Guns! I got them, you need them.
.9 is too high. Going to put this in the clappy stash. This booster shield didn't impress me.
I always got new stock. Check back, please.
It didn't. A green one can be better than a blue one.
Almost dead?
Just depends on how often it unleashes a booster.
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked. A pleasure as always. May it keep you safe in your travels. May it help you kill many things.
7.1 million.
Good luck.
Almost doubled my funds just from how much time I've spent building myself up.
Guns.
Oh, that makes me want to press the B back into service. Why is it a 52 though? Not a bad price. Oh, I mean 53.
Bang!
How did I misread that? Dull stock, the overall best assault rifle stock, Torgue grip, dull scope.
Check back later to see my new weapon of the day.
It's like being reacquainted with an old friend. I don't feel like swapping back and forth between shields though, so I'm not going to swap back and forth with the B. I need strong defense, which the B doesn't offer at this point. On normal mode, I think, if I recall, Hyperion Singularity grenades are the last to become available. Is that right? And the Hyperion Amped Shields become available at level 16. Ancient Adaptive Shields become available at something like level 18 or 19. This is all something to consider if you're doing an allegiance run. Speaking of allegiance run, I meant to talk more about my plans for the Borderlands games. When I finally start streaming. I plan to play Brick in Borderlands 1, Wilhelm in the pre-sequel, and Krieg in Borderlands 2. And that's just to start out with. Those might be solo streams, or I might have regular people I play. Well, there will be regular people I play with. Regular. Wait, that does phrasing. You knew what I meant. I think I saw green before I smashed that pile. So maybe that booster had been laying there since previously, and I just didn't notice it. The Jacob's Claptrap, just like from the zombie island of Dr. Ned. The coolest looking claptrap. Cowboy claptrap. So style. The blue one looks cool, kind of Malawan-esque. That guy dresses like me. Alright, now what to pass on? Can sell this. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with some of these things. Pandemic can still be useful. At level 50, you're going to be using the B, so I might as well sell that other one. That amp shield. Yeah, I'll sell this. Oh. Sell that. Sell that. And that. And that. And that was. No. Oh. Oh. Most people will try to get more use out of the B before they get rid of it or pass it on once they're on UVHM, but really its capabilities become lackluster. Once again, I forget to just use this. Don't like Jacob's grips on dull pistols.
Welcome to my humble shop.
I've probably pointed this out before, but lemon lime color scheme, and it's a Vladof absorb shield. By the way, this is an ancient part. Lemon lime color scheme, and it's a Hyperion amp. Again, ancient part.
Always open. Almost dead? I can fix that.
My favorite class mod for sale is Berserker. Starting with 2-gun Berserker and then the higher variations of that same thing, which an example of that would be, what's it called? Unstoppable Berserker. The hell are you doing? Fine. If that's the way you're going to be, forget it. Oh, you know what? for this episode, since I've already done a farming episode to acquire the Hornet, and I acquired the Hornet, and also a new serviceable absorb shield. To round out this episode, I should
You can never be too well armed.
do some farming around this area.
Your cash ain't worth a thing if you don't spend it. Welcome, customer. Remember, we're always open. Get your health and shields right here.
When I play Brick in Borderlands 1, I like to go with a mixed build. I think the only character in Borderlands 1 and 2, between the two of those games, the only character that I can consistently dedicate myself to one skill tree is Sal. And my favorite skill tree is Rampage, which is in keeping with my preference for the Berserker class mod. That's why I prefer that class mod, because it matches that skill set.
Haven't found anything good? My weapon machines will fix that for you. I've always got new stock. Check back later.
What?
Sentry deployed!
Well, that's a huge disappointment. Even with a micro sliver of health, I still couldn't finish him off with just one burst. It just had to take two. So now, this slagging gun is becoming unreliable for whatever reason. Hey! That's pretty good too. Remember that purple one I had back on UVHM? And I thought it was fire, but it wasn't? Don't know what made me think it was. The color scheme, maybe. More zoom than you need, but I'll take it. Too bad that wasn't a Malawan Jericho. A green 54 could replace a blue 50. Awkwardly canted Beta C style double drum. Not too impressive against these things.
Catch!
Might as well not even have firepower. It's not as impressive as I thought it would be. This would be halfway decent. Halfway. For Sal. As a right-hand weapon to pair up with a slagging gun. Of pretty much any sort. I forgot about this. goes sideways like that? Because video game logic. Really? Really? Everything has to be so disappointing.
Toss him the little lady. Oh, that's her.
You saw why that was disappointing, right? Because it took one whole burst more than I feel it should have. I know it's a green 53 and what I need is a blue 54. Or better. I am interested in a new class mod. This Determined Tactician class mod is, I think, a 48. Yeah. Which means it's lasted me a while. I need a new class mod and a new artifact, I mean relic. Now, should I keep the Jacobs revolver or that rat-a-tatter? The rat-a-tatter did not impress me, despite it being perfectly parted, with a Vladof grip to further increase fire rate.
You can always trust the gun at your side.
Blue 52, and it has that on it.
Check back later to see my new.
I'll decide later.
When you think murder, think Marcus Munitions.
3.6.
I'm sure.
Way
we'll
too
be
high.
doing this again soon enough. Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable clinic. What can I get for you?
Now, whenever I see that, I think of Dr. Ned early on in the zombie island of Dr. Ned when you get to Ned's place just to kill time. Oh, I don't know. I should go check that toilet, which I should have done last time. Let me check something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it here pretty soon. Where the hell did you come from? Revenant. I like that name.
I can take it.
Well, of course, what am I stuck on? Scenery. Give me stuff I can use, please. Still using stuff that I've had for a long time. Well, because, you know, the nature of this game is 98% of the stuff you find is worthless. That was could have been a mishap. Idiot.
Get your health and shields right here.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to find anything useful here. What level was that? So green 54. Might be able to get some use out of that. That there.
Come on back anytime.
Just out of curiosity, because of the 2 levels difference. Pretty close to what I was expecting. Geronimo! If that was a synergy, I'd sell the rat-a-tatter in favor of it. Southern Shelf Bay. I'm always mixing up the name of that with Blackburn Cove, so in my mind brain it becomes something like Southern Shelf Cove or whatnot. Why did they bother to put that up there? Just to make it a hassle to get to it? I've often wondered that. I'm making progress, slow as it is. Slow progress is better than no progress. By progress, I mean equipment-wise. So next time I'll check the that red chest and that toilet
Fire
before I
gun
head
already.
over to the place. This could be useful. And not a bad price either.
That'll cause some pain.
Sell the rat-a-tatter after all.
See you soon.
Do this. And this is parted kind of like the one that I got a lot of use out of before back on UVHM. Hybrid of Malawan and Torgue.
Almost dead? I can fix that. You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I've made sure of that. Two words, my friend. No evil.
Looking good, looking good. Till next time, catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slabs.